Bam, we're live. I haven't heard from Greg this morning. I sent him a link. Probably he's in a new location. And the time difference. I'm not sure. I haven't heard from him since yesterday. I think he was switching locations in France. I don't remember the gain on this mic being so sensitive. I hear it change in my ears all the time now. Is any audio change besides just the crumplings and everything good on your guys' end? Ryan, what's up, dude? Good morning. Ken, hey. It's Young. Hi. Barry McCockner, how's the nicotine? Everything's good. I haven't even thought about it. Thanks for reminding me. Appreciate it. Smooth as butter. Oh, good. I ran out of nicotine pouches. This is not good. You do not want to run out. You do. I repeat, you do not. You do not want to run out. If I went to bed and I saw 3, I would be like, I'm going to get back up and run to the store and buy 3 packs. You do not want to run out. Well, until you do want to run out. God, I'm so glad I did that. Block off 2 days. That's what I recommend. Block off 2 days. That's all it takes, 2 days. Crazy. I'm going to buy Zins right now. Yeah, just block off. Don't you think that they interfere with your workouts? Sure as hell is better than smoking, though. I'll tell you that. Holy cow. Wow. 9 milligrams. One time someone gave me a 6 and within 30 seconds I started spinning. That's crazy. 9, I would be terrified. 9 would be torture. Absolute torture. The ons have a little spot in the back, so when you're done chewing, you can flip it open and stuff it in there. It comes with its own little personal trash can. And all the other ones don't have that. So when you're done chewing, you just either throw it in the trash or throw it. But once or twice I've thrown one in my yard and I come back like 2 months later and they're still there. They don't decompose. So you got to throw them away. You just got to quit. My husband's at 9 down from 13. Listen. To get off 13, you may have to hit someone. There may be a couple of days where someone gets hit. You know what I mean? Someone may get like slapped around a little bit. For sure, getting off a 9, someone's getting called a fucking bitch. You know, an accidental, you fucking bitch. But a 13, someone might get smacked. My wife's gonna kill me. I toss them in the yard all the time. Yeah, they don't decompose. At least I don't seem to see them decompose. Good morning, Beth. Elizabeth. Good morning. Look like someone from a previous lifetime I know. Team Bates. Hello. Oh, this is interesting. I have 1 milligram spray. Only use it before meetings or if I need to hyper focus on work. Wow. A 1 milligram spray. Man, I wish you wouldn't have told me about that. That sounds gnarly. Oh, 2 by 6 at night. Wow. Yeah, I got a buddy that sleeps with him in. Wow. 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 It's been 4 or 5 days since I've had one now, I think. Well, Friday night was the last time I had one. What's today? Today's Wednesday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So 4 days, 4.5 days, 4.25 days. 2 of the nights I got up at a weird time in the middle of the night. But I haven't been craving them at all. It's pretty awesome. I mean, I've been going through the withdrawals, like, I feel it, like, I notice my temperament does not seem to be, usually I walk around like, Usually I walk around and I'm like patient like the Buddha, but that is, I've regressed. Now I'm more like a 4-year-old. Hey, caller, what's up?
Hey, Sebi, it's Plumber. I wanted to clarify. I do not sleep with them in at night.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's. I think maybe once I like fell asleep after a night of drinking, and I like woke up the next morning and I had one, and I was like, "This is foul. This is terrible."
Yeah, I got a buddy who sleeps with him in. I think a lot of people sleep with him in. Hey, have you ever put one in and then you start eating something and then you're like, "Where's the pouch?" And you're like, "Fuck, I must have swallowed the pouch."
No, and this is gonna probably be atypical. I would spit for the most part. Generally, I try to spit it and not swallow.
Oh, I used to do spit too, but then you quickly realize, oh, that's amazing. You still spit. Good on you.
The Zins. Yeah. I mean, now if it's like if I have one in, I'm fine, right? Like I'll just absorb that shit. But if I got two in, I'm spitting. Or trying to.
Chase Bryan says something that doesn't even make sense to me, but I'll give it a try because he's a good dude. Sebi, ask Will about his story he told you to remind him about. You have any idea what he's talking about?
Yeah, I do actually. I do actually.
Is there nudity in it?
No, not really.
Oh.
And then the story has another story. So basically the story that I was going to say, in 2022, I went to Rogue and was helping out Strong Coffee. After Rogue was done.
I remember that.
Yep. After Rogue was done, I went out with, I'm friends with Nick Matthew. So I went out with him, his girlfriend, and a couple other people. And so we were out on the town.
Nick Matthew has a girlfriend?
Yeah, he has a kid.
I know. I thought he was gay. Didn't know he was straight. Okay, go on.
No. He's straight. Okay. And so we went out and we're out at the bars or whatever. And a certain, well, I'll just say it. Danielle Brandon slid up on Nick's story and was like, "Where are you guys at?" So she came and met up with us, like her, and I think she had a friend or two, right? But he's like, "Oh, like she's coming." And then like obviously all of the guys that are with Nick are like, "Oh, like this is amazing. Like this is fantastic."
Yeah, I get that. That makes perfect sense to me, by the way. Yeah.
And we had already all been drinking, and then we're like, losing our shit, right? I'm a 22-year-old.
Yeah, the super
kid,
CrossFit,
I'm like, oh my God,
super beaver's coming.
I'm like, this is insane. So she's showing up, she shows up and she's there. And it's like, wow, like this is happening right now. She's with us. And I can't, like, I was just like hammered, right? People are buying shots. It's who can buy, who can buy her a shot first. And then it's like, there's another one ready. And it's like rounds. And I remember we were dancing, right? Like in a group, like, kind of like a circle, like around each other. And then like I was up next to her and I was like dancing with her. And then I don't know what I said. But she asked me like, "What is your costume?" Because all I was wearing and all I had was a Strong Coffee shirt. And when Nick gets drunk, right, the crop top Nick thing, he ripped our shirts that night. So then we had crop tops.
Oh, wow.
But instead of like a clean rip, right, it was just down the middle, right? So it's just like a flap basically open. And I don't know what I said. I think I said something like a Danielle Brandon fan or something fucking stupid. And she just responds, "That's dumb." And then proceeded to exit stage elsewhere. Yeah. But was very drunk and did not remember much, but I do remember I was like very confused. I'm like, why is she dancing with her coach so much? That was
who was her coach then? Matt Torres?
I think so.
Yeah. Did you? I ended up on Matt Torres's Instagram yesterday, and I was looking at his naked body, and his body's insane. Of course they fucked. Of course they fucked. I mean, his body is insane. He might have he might have the nicest body in CrossFit. He might have a nicer body than Rich Froning. Have you seen this? Have you seen Matt Torres's body?
Yeah, he's a good looking dude. Anyways, there's more to this story,
like
right?
he fucks, like
So-
he would like he fucks for sure. Like crazy shit.
So
Women swoon around him. Hey, just real quick, Plumber. You know he has some sort of program where he has to try not to fuck. Like do you know what I mean? Like he wakes up in the morning and he's like, "Don't accidentally fuck someone's wife." Like that's how hot he is. I couldn't believe how hot he was. Anyway, go on. It really is like that.
So I commented that yesterday, right, on your what was that? Was that Taylor and Danielle, the coach? Was that your AI?
Yeah, post? Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
So I commented, remind me to tell a story.
Oh, and yes.
I just go about my day and I like open up my phone in the afternoon and I look at it, and on I got notifications on Instagram of two missed video calls from Danielle Brandon, and then a message saying, "Just wondering what your story is!" !
Oh,
and I was like,
"Oh shit!" Oh shit!
And so I was like, I kind of like forgot about that comment that I posted, but like I had just posted like Instagram stories about like IndyCar, and I like reposted something about like me handing a tire or whatnot. Yeah. So I was like, obviously she's asking about like, Danielle Brandon's just peeping my story. So I like said, I'm the trainer for an IndyCar team and get to hand a tire for one of our changers. And then she said, "That's what your story is for on this post." And it's a screenshot of your post with the comment. And then I got another missed video call because I'm at work. I can't just like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what I would say. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
I said the story I was going to tell was me making a fool out of myself trying to dance with you post Rogue. It was Halloween and I was very drunk. She said, And then I said, a dumb young 22-year-old shooting a shot, no bad intentions, just self-deprecating humor.
All right, we have to continue. We have to continue the story. She's not looking for a nice guy, by the way. Very great story. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Peace and love. Great story.
Peace.
Hey.
Hey.
Wow, look at that view.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it looks like a Dali painting. Wow. Wow.
Got it all right here, man.
Did she come with the house, or does that bring your own?
I had to bring that.
Bring your own beaver. That's awesome. Wow, this place, that's incredible. Where is that?
Marseilles.
Marseilles?
Yeah.
How's your French?
It's yeah.
Oh, she talking about yours or hers? Isn't yours adequate? I could see you fumbling along with some.
I can read my way through a store.
Yeah, like you can order shit on the menu.
Yeah.
What do you?
I'm getting the steak frites,
Is everything in English and in French?
No. English it's not that common. Yeah, you could get.
They don't bend over backwards for the English people, right? Like they're not interested in that. They just do that. French do their own. It's the French way.
Yeah, I mean, imagine trying to pantomime poached egg,
Hey, what's that water like? Is that water warm?
Not really.
Is it clean?
Yeah, it's very pretty.
So it's not like the San Francisco Bay where it's pretty but cold and filthy.
No,
like you can go in
no.
that.
I think it gets warmer still, but I'm not sure. But there were people bathing yesterday, swimming.
Like in it. Wow.
Yeah.
And how big is that town? How many people live there?
Second biggest metropolitan area in France.
Oh shit! It looks like. Yeah. Oh, you can't even tell from that view. I guess there's one big tall, looks like condominium or hotel in the back there.
Yeah, and there's this castle-looking thing. You see that deal between the two doors?
Yes.
I mean, there was a Greek presence here. In fact, Marseille was founded. It's a proto-Greek, pre-Greek people word. So there's some ancient history. Not a lot of it still standing, but
I'm trying to pick. Oh yeah, it is beautiful. I pulled it up on Google. Tours Town?
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah. I mean, where it's the south coast of France.
And who goes there? Is it mostly European? Is it like a hot spot for like for their people?
But
Like
I'm not seeing a lot of tourists. Are you, Maggie? Did it?
I can't believe you're over there. That's wild. What is this thing out here, Greg? This island? I don't know. Do you know what this? Oh, there's Ibizas over there.
Yeah, Monaco. We drive to Nice next. I know that.
And where is that?
And then to Milan. On the way to Milan.
Oh, okay. I see.
Just 3 hours down the coast.
Damn, Europe's small.
Yeah.
Hey, so you'll drive across the border?
Yeah, we drove from Bordeaux yesterday.
But that's still in France, right?
Yeah.
But when you drive
6.5 hour drive, but we will cross into Italy.
And what will that be like? You have to pull out your passport?
To it. There wasn't going from because you're in the EU. There wasn't when we drove from Venice to Zurich, Switzerland, and it just when you got into Switzerland it was really nice. That was the only difference.
Fewer potholes, cleaner cop cars.
Yeah, newer cars, no graffiti. I mean, we saw considerable amount of what I would presume to be, I hope it was World War II damage in buildings. Pockmarked with holes and stuff.
Yeah. What's the sentiment towards Americans there? Anyone want to talk to you about like what's going on with global politics? Yeah.
Everyone's been really nice. Yeah,
anyone try to engage you? You seen any Make America Great Again hats or anything like that?
No, but we've talked with some people, had some pretty frank conversations, including a little security detail we got.
Is there a parrot there? Or what is that?
It's like a parrot. Hand me the parrot.
That's Remington?
Yeah.
Oh, those are some incredible
singing
sounds.
Away. Look what she's got.
Oh my goodness.
What'd you get, baby?
Oh, she looks so different since the last time I saw her. Wow. Is that glue?
Is it glue, Max?
Yeah.
Yep, that's the glue.
Yum. Nothing like some good paste.
Look, baby.
Are you keeping abreast of what's going on? Are you following? Like, or what are you doing to stay? Are you reading or watching anything to stay abreast of what's going on here?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Did I miss something?
No, I mean it's just.
I see India and Pakistan are about to go to full-fledged war.
Yeah, have a little skirmish. I've been watching. I started yesterday. I got turned on to. I'm sure you know who this is, Judge Napolitano.
Yeah.
And I got turned on to his YouTube page.
What's that like? I haven't seen. He used to be a regular on Fox, and I liked him.
He's good, but he's got a lot of shit like, hey, the mineral deal's bullshit. Like he's right. It feels like he's just trying to tell the truth. The mineral deal's just bullshit. He's just ripping on everyone. Do you know what I mean? He's like, Trump's full of bullshit here. The Dems are full of shit here. I mean, he's him and his buddies. He got a couple of correspondents in Russia. They're basically saying that the Ukraine fucked up. They should have taken a deal a long time ago. They kind of have a slant that the Russians are the good guys, or the more good guys. Yeah, they're definitely more critical than Fox. You know what I mean? Fox is towing the line. Yeah. I like Fox because everything feels hunky dory, right? Then I go to CNN and I see that the Dems are miserable, and that makes me happy. But you go to Napolitano and he's dropping more like, I'm getting ready to have on a pretty hardcore guest who's anti-Israel. So I just want to be ready to hear his perspective.
Is Napolitano anti-Israel?
I don't think they trust Netanyahu like at all. Do you know what I mean? I think that there's this. I don't know if I would go as far from him, but there's this huge sentiment that I see coming on the wave. It's like becoming in vogue to be anti-Jew a little bit again. You know, and there's this sentiment that all the stories about Israel actually did the 9/11 bombing and shit like that is really like coming close to mainstream. You know what I mean? It's really pushing and surfacing, and just all the shit the Mossad's done and the blackmailing. It seems to be like surfacing more. I've also, like, in the last 48 hours pivoted to Twitter from Instagram to Twitter. Something's wrong with my Instagram. It's not working smoothly, so I've been forced to use Twitter, and it's definitely changing the way I think. You know what I mean? It's giving me a whole new perspective. I think shit's happening faster on Twitter. I think Instagram's like a week behind.
Is there anything serious on Instagram? I just see like cats falling from buildings and
yeah,
doing pull-ups on fucking
yeah. I think
cranes 1,000 feet in the air and shit. I've never seen any. I didn't know there was even a pretense of thought there. But I could be going to the wrong places.
No, I think you're right. I think that the stuff that you see that's serious on Instagram, it's they're screenshots from Twitter. Do you know what I mean? It's stuff that people post on Twitter and then force over onto their Instagram account. IG is pathetic. I'm bummed that mine's hurting.
Would you get booted?
No, I'm just having trouble. Like technologically, it's not working well with my computer anymore. Like when I bring up clips, it only works for a little bit. Or when I'm posting, the posts are not publishing in the same order that I posted them. I've talked to some other people and they're having some problems too. They're probably having some issues on their back end or something. I don't know. But also the people that I want to follow are more prevalent on a lot of people just aren't on Instagram. You know what I mean? A lot of like the thinkers aren't on Instagram, like you're saying, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
They're over on Twitter. And then a lot of those people now migrated from Twitter and they're over on Rumble, and they've just started since Elon bought Twitter, just started coming back to Twitter.
Yeah, Instagram's Zuck's property, right?
Yeah.
I trust him more than I used to.
Yeah, it's a trip. I don't even know how much control he has over his own company, though, too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We're
watching it grow up, it seems.
Yeah.
He started doing jiu-jitsu, and I think his testicles descended or something.
Yeah. And he's still pretty serious about it.
Yeah.
And he's got Dana White on the board over there at Facebook.
Or does he really?
Yeah. But it makes me wonder if they're getting Dana, they're corrupting Dana, or if Dana is bringing some sincerity to their company. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I don't know what he might offer.
I don't even know anyone who still uses Facebook except to sell things. Like everyone I know who uses Facebook, it's like they drove by, down the street and they saw a coffee table. They put it in the back of their truck and then take a picture of it and sell it to someone else. I don't know anyone who uses. I don't even. When's the last time you've been on Facebook?
Who do we know that does that? Picks up discarded furniture.
Yeah. I don't want to say who, but yeah, that's our buddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just told me he did something the other day for $300. Pretty cool, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Hey, that guy used to collect cans, right, at the office and save the money. And the other day I was talking to him, and he's got like he was telling me like his Tesla stock dropped from like $300,000 to $200,000, and that was all from scrapping cans and collecting furniture that he saw on the street and selling it on Facebook, like his side hustle. That's pretty cool, right? Like 5 or 6 years of that. And he owns like $110,000 apartment somewhere else, and like, yeah, he's hustling. I'm so stoked on him. I'm envious of him.
Did I see? Let me share something with you. Hold on. I think you'll like this. Elliot sent me this.
Hiller still uses Facebook, someone said.
Does he?
I don't know. I don't even know. You do. Oh, you know what I tried to use the other day while you're pulling that up? Do you know Telegram?
Yeah.
How does that even work? Someone told me I should get on Telegram, and I go over there, and it just looks like a messaging app. I don't see anything. Like, what do you do there?
I don't know, but it's
Do you have a feed there, like a feed of people you follow and stories feed populate?
no, but I keep getting stuff sent that's from there, and you can only open it there.
Is it a news feed? Is it like Apple News or like Instagram?
Yeah, and there's
or?
a lot of police stuff on it.
When I go there, it just has a list of the names of my friends and like, do you want to message anyone? I'm like, no, I don't fucking want to message anyone. Yeah, it's just what'd you say?
Check out what I just sent you. It's U.S. housing prices over a 75-year period from 1950 to 2024. And we've only got 7 years of 75 where there was a decline.
See if I can pull this up. Say that again. We only have 7 years. What?
Yeah, the pink is down years. The green's up.
Wow. That was the Great Depression, 2007 to 2011. That was the.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I bought a house in 2007 only to see it over the next 4 or 5 years. This is the first house I bought in Prescott.
Yeah.
To see it lose about 30% of its value in 5 years. And that's what you're looking at there, that 5.3 plus what, almost 12, 17, another 320. And then 428, you know. It's about 30% drop. And you can see it took it until another 5 years to get that 30 up again, right? The 6.5, 10.6, 4.4, 5 and 5 by 2017, you're whole again. But I bought a house at that worst moment possible, and you know, I mean, I paid 5 for it and watched it drop to 350. Now I could get 1 for it.
Yeah, I bought my first house in 2011 in Berkeley.
Good time.
Yeah, great time. Damn. Oh my God, look at this. Pat bought a house in 2008 for $330 and sold in 2014 for $320. Ouch. Hey, you think
I would have paid 5 and sold for $350 if I'd done in that same period.
Damn.
Did you have to sell it?
Look at 2021, up 19%. That's the single biggest jump in 75 years. I wonder what happened in 1970. Look at 77 to 79. That was the gas issue, energy issue.
Yeah, we had some pretty remarkable inflation then.
That was during Carter's term.
Yeah, I think Reagan came in 80.
Man, what a shit show. Yeah, 2021. No wonder no one can buy a house anymore. Why would that happen in 2021? What was going on then? COVID, the whole economy shut down. Why would that cause housing prices to go up? I would think it would cause them to drop.
Inflation.
But demand plummets, doesn't it?
Nah, but the house has a true value. And so against a deflated, inflated in currency, it goes up in price.
Well, it looks like investing in homes is really smart.
It works out well if you can stand pat, you know?
Yeah.
I met with a guy that's been advising a friend of mine that you know that I'm doing some real estate with. And he was saying that he's talked him out of the stock market for 15 years. And just about everyone, he tries to get them to do some kind of broad, diversified, indexed kind of fund, right?
Yeah.
And I said, why? He says, well, in the stock market, you can kind of mid-range plan on bank on 10%. You'll have as many years of fight 15 as you will 5, but tens and some years 20%. But he says that our buddy's been returning about 50% for about 15 years on his real estate manipulations. It just wouldn't make sense to play the market. But that's a flipping and building kind of deal, right?
Yeah, someone's working.
Yeah. But it's funny, you don't take, you get your returns from that, and instead of sticking it in the market, you just do it again,
Yeah.
Look for bigger projects.
Money's such a trip on different, levels, or based on how much you had. So, my thought always is like, buy a house and then pay it off as fast as you can. Right. And thank God the day that I was fired from CrossFit was the exact day I paid off my house, because I had a 15-year loan and I paid it twice a month. So it just worked out perfect. It was kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
The rental property I have in Berkeley. But I got a friend who lives in a $15 million home who only pays the interest on the loan, which is like $4,500 a month. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing? That's wrong. And they're like, no, jackass. If I rented this house, it would be $20,000 a month. So I'm actually saving $15,000 a month, and I'm only paying down the interest, and the value of the property's going up. And I'm like, wow.
There are people that have ungodly amounts of money, and they will get a deal with a bank secured against some assets, say stock or other property, and get incredibly good interest rates, like phenomenally good interest rates, where the bank wants the person's business as much as anything else.
Yeah.
And provide financial services, that kind of thing. There's usually some business involved that they'd love to have on the books. But guys can get 3% loans when the inflation's been 5-6%. And then with their money, they do something that looks more like a 10, 15, or 20% return. And like the mid-first bank is well aware of that, of loaning billionaires money at 3% on secured asset, because they're going to turn out and open more restaurants,
right?
Another apartment building,
God, that shit sounds scary. But I guess if you can take the risk, and you've proven you know what you're doing.
If you can build single family rental properties that fall within some range of more affordable than less, and show occupancy. I forget if it was Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, but one of them has crazy cheap money
to loan.
Like, you look at, like, why would I spend my money on this?
I've seen a couple Instagram accounts where these people have gotten land from the government out in the middle of nowhere, and they talk about just how there's so much of that land available for free. And this one lady, I should send you her account. I should send it to Maggie. But basically, she got this huge fucking estate basically for free from the government. You know what I mean? And then the Amish are nearby, and she had the Amish build a bunch of shit on it for her for cheap. I mean, she is out in the middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
But it is crazy. I think that there are crazy opportunities probably still out there for people who are young or want to try some crazy shit.
I tell you, when you're driving through Belize and you see out of the corner of your eye a beautiful craftsman style home, oh my God, look at that house. Because not everything looks so good there, right?
Belize, like, is in Central America, South America?
Yeah. But every time you point out some super nice house that looks like it just do kick ass in San Diego, It's the word's always Amish, but it's Mennonite. It's Mennonite there.
Oh yeah.
But they make the yogurt, the cheese, they do all the building, make roads. They seem to be essential. And someone says you like kill a Mennonite, go to jail kind of thing. Like the government protects them.
The Mennonites are. I think I had a listener who was a former Mennonite or somewhere. That sounds familiar. Aren't they in Mexico? They're Germans, right? They were Germans who
They came through Mexico into Central and South America a long time ago.
But they're German people, right?
Maybe that's right.
Who is it? Was it one of the listeners was a Mennonite? What's the story on that?
Maggie, do we know someone Mennonite?
I wonder if they can use electricity. Oh, here, Josh. We are Mennonite. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, maybe it was you who I met and told me about it. Josh, maybe you told me. Hey, what were you doing in Belize? That sounds vaguely familiar. Were you in a sailboat off the coast and you guys went to land?
Yeah. We went down there. We've been twice, Maggie, or Costa Rica twice, Belize once. But we went down there. Belize twice?
Yeah, we went for my birthday and then we went that time that I got the
Yeah. That's our favorite place to go to get tropical diseases.
Oh, did Maggie get bit by something there?
Yeah, she got leishmaniasis there from a sand fly.
That was on her, on her shoulder or something.
That.
Yeah.
It ate the fly, something. I don't know. Fleas involved too.
I Belize is where I caught a Jesus lizard. You know what? Those lizards that can stand up and run on two legs. Yeah. I have some other stories there that are inappropriate, but I'll have to tell you sometime. Some very inappropriate stories that involve the puma. You ever seen a puma live?
Is that like a cougar?
Yeah, it's like
I've never seen one live.
It's a black.
I know we have them in Arizona.
It's the scariest fucking cat you ever seen. It's basically the pit bull of cats. It's like a cat and its paws are way too big. It's like it literally looks like a cat and a pit bull had a baby. It's a terrifying little stubby cat. Terrifying. And it roars and shit. At least the ones in Belize.
The ones I've seen have been bigger than that in black.
Yeah, maybe this was a mini one. The one I saw was like maybe 4 times the size of a house cat. It was small.
Yeah, they're cool.
Oh, so what are you going to do there? What's the plan in France? Are you guys just chilling, or do you guys are you on a schedule? Like, are you going to go see like some painting today somewhere, or like where someone was beheaded, or? You have to. Is Maggie in charge of all that?
Yeah, she's the tour director.
And what does she look like she's doing now? Does it look like she's packing and getting ready or anything?
No, but we just did a marathon walk and ended up with 2 kids in tears by the time we got back. So
already,
napping next?
Because you're 9 hours ahead. What time is it there?
Yeah, it's 4:40.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, 9 hours ahead.
Yeah.
Any spottings of you, or any spottings of CrossFit gyms? Anyone spotted you?
Yeah, we went to one this morning, and
you
there was
did?
a gal there that worked for Bergner and still talks to Bo and did translation when they came to France. Cute girl at CrossFit Epsilon.
Oh, I've heard
Forget
of
her
that.
name, but real pretty little thing. Eva.
French girl.
Yeah,
And that's walking distance from where you're at?
for sure. And then, of course, we went to Daniel's gym, CrossFit Louvre in Bordeaux. And I'm thinking of going to the French Throwdown.
Oh, no shit.
Thinking about it.
When is that? Is
2
that coming?
hours away, and it's going on Friday through Sunday.
And that's Daniel's event.
Yeah,
Yeah, Daniel's cool as shit.
he's a good dude.
Yeah, I love Daniel. One of my buddies is streaming that event. Pedro White, good dude, great dude, awesome dude, love the guy, Pedro. I wonder
Is
if
he
you've
French?
No, he's an Irish guy.
Okay.
He's part of my we're part of the same kind of media mafia team. Great
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, he's got a great podcast. He's got a CrossFit game show. He was a school teacher in France. Not France, Ireland. School teacher in Ireland, and now he's I think almost he's podcasting full time now.
So the French Throwdown draws throughout Europe.
I guess. I know that it's been an independent, successful event for a long, long time, and I know it's crazy respected outside of the fact that it's a sporting event. I know it's respected because of Daniel Chaffee. I know everyone loves Daniel Chaffee, and he's respected and just a great dude. But I think maybe this year they're sending 2 men and 2 women who win that event to the CrossFit Games. But traditionally, it is an event that can stand on its own without its affiliation with CrossFit. You know what I mean? Like the years that it's been bumpy and hasn't been a games qualifier, it's still been hugely successful. No one's going to events in the United States anymore. Something's happened. I mean, something's definitely going on. I heard yesterday, from 2 people that the sale has fallen through. I heard Rich Froning say that they're down to 8,000 affiliates. Someone yesterday told me that they're down to 9,000 affiliates, and affiliates are de-affiliating quickly. Something's up. Like you know what I mean? Something's opens down by 100,000. The event, no one's going to the events. There's definitely some shakeup. And I don't think anyone has a good.
I saw it as near crisis in 2017. The mothership maintaining relevancy.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Again, my litmus is, would I affiliate? And I'd ask, what have you done for me lately? And none of those things look like the kind of things that are currently offered. So I'd be gone, but I mean, and maybe that just reflects that I built with those values. You know what I mean?
You have to be really honest with yourself. For you to see that in 2017 means that you can't be high on your own supply. You know what I mean? Like you had to be honest with yourself. I remember you saying, "Oh shit!"
Standard. Would I send the money?
One more time.
It's a pretty easy litmus. Would I send the money?
If you were an affiliate owner.
Yeah. And I just kind of, you look that over and I would have some concerns. And I can't, it's where that litigation, legislation, validation, and education, those are 4 areas where we could make a potent difference, and it involved doing things that the affiliate wouldn't be able to do. Not readily, not with the, not train people, keep your gym clean, etc.
I mean, the 2 harshest ways I heard you say it were the cat's out of the bag, Sebi, and then also, of course, hey, at this point, it's just a brand loyalty payment, so we have to offer what we can, and that's when you started being like, okay, we need to double down on litigate, educate, and legislate. That being said, let's say the sale did fall through. And now, so 6 months ago, they announced that a few months ago, Don said, hey, we're searching for a sale. There's been tons of rumors of all these people who are going to buy it. But let's say it did fall through and now it's just like coasting again. If you're the owners, don't you have to do a huge reset now? Don't you have to be like, okay, we have to change the CEO. We have to change the executive team. Don't there have to be some firings? Because nothing's it's been in free fall since Rosa bought it. Don't you have to? Nothing has happened over there. The only relevant things that have happened, nothing relevant has happened in CrossFit except, I mean, the Serbian guy died, Lazar Jukic died, but other than that, there's no. You know what I mean? There's nothing. Just been slowly coasting down into augering in. Is that the term? Augering in?
Yeah. They've had a bunch of plans and proposals that the affiliates wouldn't participate in.
Right.
There's a big difference between how can I make money off this thing and how can I improve this thing.
You would hope they would go together, right?
There's the number of people that want to make money off something includes every MBA plus millions of other people. The number of people that can actually honestly evaluate something and ask how it might be improved is but a small chunk of those people. I don't think there's anyone currently at CrossFit that can articulate what the affiliate's mission is. How many people at the mothership have run a gym successfully?
That's a good question.
And it's zero. And from there, what you're gonna do is guess what they want. Or you decide what it is that you can offer, and then talk yourself into that's what they need and want. Or do you think your marketing's so good and your pricing structure so clever that I don't understand that kind of business anyways.
I do think that there are some people who run successful businesses, CrossFit gyms, who work there, but no one at the top is what you're saying. Is that what you mean? None of the executives? Yeah. Because I'm sure there's some like training staff or some shit like that have had some successful gyms.
Well, the guys, the people I know that are involved, say, as country managers, think that the mothership is tone deaf, indifferent to their needs, non-responsive, and has its head up its ass. That's the kind of the general view of the country managers, that nothing's right. And I'm supposed to sit there and argue the point against it,
hey,
the wild health thing. I'm not even going to run through the litany of things, but it was just one big, you got to be fucking kidding after another.
Greg, I know this is a really simplistic view, but I really think it's the culture. So when you ran the company, everyone knew we had the cure for the world's most vexing problem, and there was nowhere you could be more proud to work. And now I think that there's people there who think CrossFit is dangerous and hurts people and like are anti-CrossFit. Like, just imagine that. I think there are a lot of people who work there who think that, especially senior people, and that it's doomed. It's like working at a fire department and thinking that you kill people instead of like save people. I mean, it's doomed. Yes. It's doomed. Yes. Culturally, it's doomed. I think it's that. I think that's a huge. It'd
be like being a fire chief and you've never put on the turnouts, ridden on the truck, smelled the smoke, heard the dogs howl, and the kids wave. You have you've had no touch with that.
And your only thought is that firefighters are racist.
Yeah, in business it's worse because you think you see the opportunity to make money.
While the building's on fire, you're still like trying to figure out how you're gonna make money off of it. How much longer you can keep tenants in there before they realize it's on fire. Rosa did own a gym. The story was
he didn't own CrossFit, and the gym that he owned, he couldn't even unlock the doors in the morning. He didn't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Someone else did that for him. So, he was just he was the MBA prop up. This must be what a CEO does. And that's what Don is too. This must be what a CEO does. So you put on your little CEO hat and your CEO shoes and your CEO around. And affiliates were asking, who the fuck is this guy?
I don't know if
He's
this
clearly
story.
not. He's clearly not one of them in any meaningful way.
One of who?
Well, an affiliate.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if this is true, but allegedly the story is that Rosa bought that gym for his wife, and it kept her busy, but ended up eventually somehow being the source of their divorce.
Interesting.
Allegedly. But yeah, that Rosa had nothing to do with this. Basically his personal, just like where he went to work out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's not a dig at him. Like, good on him. If
No, you know, there are people
Except
like
for-
that.
Yeah. Except for the part that somehow it ended up with your wife leaving you. That part sucks. Yeah. Anyway, I just wonder what they're going to do. I wonder what the board's going to do. They're just out at sea with, if the sale falls through, what are they going to do? Are they going to call
I don't
you
know, but
and give
you
it
know,
back to you? Or
I
what
sold
are they
it
going to
with
do with this thing?
15. I sold it with 15, and if the number dropped under 12, the sale was off during escrow, and so now they got 8, and they think it's worth more, and no one really can work that math out so well.
I sort of picture it as like, imagine you bought this boat, you know, like a giant tanker, you know, brand new, and then 20 years later, it needs to be retired based on some sort of like EPA like code, like it's rusting. And now what are you going to do with it? Like, what are they going to do with it? They got this huge tanker just out at sea that's not, can't transport oil anymore. Like, what the fuck are they going to do with it? They going to run it ashore in India and let someone part it out? I mean, I just don't know what the fuck they're going to do with it.
Like this cement boat in Aptos, it was a casino and a whorehouse when they.
Oh, that
scuttled the boat
was?
there. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame they let that go under.
Could go to waste. Should bring another boat there and scuttle it and get back in business.
Oh my God! Off the coast of where Greg and I live, it's pretty much almost completely under now. There was a giant ship just right on from the beach out to the ocean 100 yards, and it had been sinking out there. Has that always been out there for as long as you remember?
They scuttled it there years and years ago, deliberately sank it, and again turned it into a casino, and it was purported to also be a house
brothel?
of ill repute.
And then by the time I moved here, it was just a giant seagull haven. I mean, the number of seagulls that could sit on this thing was insane.
You remember we went by it in our boat, and it took us 3 miles at 40 miles an hour to get the flies off us.
Yeah, it stinks so bad.
Seals and birds hanging out on it.
I walked over to it one time and on the pier as close as I could get to it, and I was looking at the deck, and it was just like 50 male seagulls trying to mate with one female pigeon. It was the most depressing thing I'd ever seen. I was like, God, animals are savage. Remind me never to come back as a pigeon. Like a gangbang. Trying to throw rocks, save the poor girl. I think she liked it. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out. I was talking to someone today. This might be the last year of the CrossFit Games. I was even thinking. I'm really curious what's going to happen. It seems like it's going to eventually, something gets so far underwater it loses control of its own destiny.
So you just need like reasonable goals this year, like don't let anyone drown.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no water event, right?
I don't know. But they need to just do the event at a gym. They need to like just cut it way back. You know what I mean? Like how you used to talk about. It just needs to be done at like an affiliate. Just do it enough so you can keep the trademark claiming the fittest. They need to cut all the prize money. They need to go back under for a second. You need to cut all the prize money so you only get the most sincere people involved.
Dude, you could go from the open, invite 5 females and 5 males, and give all the purse plus the money that was wasted in running other events and preludes. I mean, you could look for the kind of money we were spending. You could have the open and invite 5 males and 5 females, and the 5th place person be guaranteed $1 million. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mil first, 5th through 1st, men and women,
Yeah.
and save a ton over what we used to do. And those games athletes, you would be blown away to see what they would do for $1 million.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Anything to anybody. Deliver any message.
ESPN owns pro bowling. Wow. At one point, they owned darts and bull riding. We could fit right in.
But bull riding, that's a real sport, right?
I don't know. I went to bull riding with your family when I was in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that is. That is not something you want your kids doing. That one's crazy. Dude, they had like 7 and 8-year-old kids, 5-year-old kids riding small bulls. Yeah, that one's brutal. Hey, I want to show you this. Someone just sent this in. I haven't seen this. It says 3 weeks ago, at the height of adrenaline during the final event of a freaking throwdown, everything changed in an instant. With just 1 minute left on the clock, the worm, our heavy team lifted sandbag, slammed right down on my head. I already had 2 herniated discs in my neck I'd carried for nearly 15 years. Oh, I think something bad's about to happen. I pushed through. I think this must... Oh, my God, they're throwing it. Of course, yeah. Look how high they're throwing this thing. They probably shouldn't. That's the end of the worm. They must throw this up. I think each one of those segments weighs like 70 pounds or something. Let's see. Just hit her in the head. Oh. Yeah, that's bad. Rescue medics rushed in and got me to the trauma center fast. After a whirlwind of scans and evaluations, the verdict was clear. My spinal discs were compressed, and surgery was the only way forward. Both my C3 and C4 vertebrae were compromised and had to be fixed. Fast forward to today, just 3 weeks post-surgery, and I'm thrilled to share that I feel incredible. The surgery was a success, and I am on the road to recovery. Hey, I guess I think...
What event? At what event?
Throwdown. It just says a throwdown. Someone will say in the comments now. The thing is, that's a common tool. I think that bag weighs like 300 pounds and 4 people throw it over their head. I guess so. Each segment, let's say, weighs 70 pounds. I guess it was only a matter of time before a taller person puts it up so high that you lose control of it, and then it's like getting hit in the head with a 70-pound bag.
I was talking this morning of when we had the athletes pound the spike into the ground.
Yeah.
The rod.
Yeah.
And 2 of them hit their hands because they were holding they'd never hit anything with a hammer before.
Yeah, the hot chick, Nicole Gordon, had to go to the doctor.
And then we had the ball throw. Someone told me Khalipa still hates me for that.
No, he's good with it. It's so funny. It's funny. He texted me the other day and he said, "Hey, can you get me that footage of the ball throw?" And I said, "What's up?" He goes, "My staff's making fun of me saying that I scrubbed it from the internet." I'm like, "That's ridiculous." He's like, "Yeah, well, he's a good sport about it." We
protected him with that.
We hit it.
We came to the conclusion it didn't make him or any of us look good. The sport, the whole CrossFit thing looked bad with that 20-foot ball throw.
You know, you got to give that dude a shitload of credit, right? Comes to CrossFit, was a fat kid, played football, got good at football, then did CrossFit, got good at CrossFit, laughing stock of the L1 team, made it on the L1 team, ended up being a good trainer. was able to win the games, and then
Was he a good trainer?
I mean, he motivated a lot of people. He's got you know what he's been doing? He's been every morning
They
at 5.
flash mob things like in the park.
Yeah, and they're super successful. There's a large group of people who really enjoy his company and what he's doing.
Good.
And then his gym business I think his gym business was really big for a while, like 16 gyms. I think that contracted down to like 1 or 2 now. And now he's reinvented himself again, and he's threatening to get a black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and he goes to tournaments and he puts it on the line. And it's just cool. He just perseveres, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just perseveres. Like, fuck yeah, get it, dude. Good job.
Did he get a brown belt?
He got a brown belt, yeah, and he kicks ass. People are terrified of him. I mean, the really good guys still fucking pound his ass, but he rolls with the best of them.
Yeah.
Spending a lot of time with his kids, celebrating it, being a good role model.
Good.
Yeah, perseveres. It's kind of like what you said, seeing people grow up right in front of your eyes. You know what I mean? Like Zuck.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is, Greg. That worm weighs 365 pounds. And if there's a 100-pound segment, 70, 170. So she was probably holding a 70 pounds. So she got hit with a 70-pound sledgehammer in the head.
What's it got in it? Sand?
I guess. Yeah. Oh my God. I wonder, is this her page? I think she might, Coach Claudia.
Did she think it was she trying to catch it with her head, or did she think she was, or did she grip slip?
She's super hot too. I hope she's okay. Say that again. I was staring at her body.
Don't you hate when hot chicks get hurt?
Yeah, I hate that. Yeah, this chick's smoking. I wonder, is this in a foreign land? And she has a husband that loves her. Oh, Greg, I heard something so crazy the other day. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I heard, this is a theory someone gave me. I heard that the reason why CrossFit's done is because there's no more hot girls in it anymore. That the evolution of the chick is that we've turned into the freak show. So for the first, from 2006 to 2014, we were palatable to the masses. But these chicks have gotten so fit and their bodies have evolved so much that we've crossed into the bodybuilding look. You know what I mean? And we've become unaccessible. And once that happens to a sport, you're done. Like, we're just going to be pushed off into, like, we're in the freak category. And you think, oh, well, that's not true. But then you go back and you look at the bodies of the men and women from like 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then something happened. And I know it's a really superficial thing, but we live in a really superficial world. You know what I mean? And
well, like, look, you know, something made Taylor Swift huge.
Yeah.
And there's something that's making Katy Perry not so big. And these are undeniable. Her one's failure and the other's preeminence.
Right.
But music talent has nothing to do with either one of them going in either direction, I don't think.
Oh.
For me.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw Bobby Sherman was dying, and I asked Maggie if she'd ever heard of him.
I don't know who that is either.
He was the greatest musical talent to have ever walked the earth for 12 to 15-year-old women for 6 or 7 years.
A Bobby Sherman?
Yeah.
He was like, little girls loved him? Oh. He looks like one of the Cassidy, David Cassidy. He looks like one of the Cassidy.
Same idea.
Partridge Family.
Are these people, or Menudo, or Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, or any of that shit, is any of that really different than...
Clock had an interesting take. CrossFit had I think it's the opposite. I think people are finding fit chicks anywhere now, not just CrossFit. Quads and lats are more common. I'm not talking about the quads and the lats. We've crossed over into like, I don't know how to word it.
Yeah, well, just look at the top, the people on the podium each year in the women.
Yeah. Just harder and harder and thicker and thicker.
Like Julie Fouché and Camille LeBlanc.
Yeah.
Whatever. They don't look like the current winning prop.
Right.
Neither do the daughters.
Right. We have hot chicks. I think they aren't marketing themselves right. There's two millennial core, no Gen Z would think they're hot besides Haley. Look up Shaq talking to Angel Reese about WNBA. Oh, boy, that's a lot. I don't do shorthand. Anyway, I thought I that theory, I think that theory holds a lot of water. I think you can get so far out ahead that people are just like, hey, it doesn't even seem our poster children don't even seem accessible anymore. It's like the difference between Arnold Schwarzenegger and the guys now. Arnold was like yoked, but the guys now are a veiny mess. They don't even look human.
This isn't a different story than the Bones Brigade explanation of the failure of skateboarding, that Tony Hawk and Rodney put it out of reach of the common guy, so it became a spectator sport and not participatorial.
Yes.
And then the street skating scene. And remember, we all watched that because I had that concerns about CrossFit.
Yep. And one of the most famous guys from the Bones Brigade talked about how he kind of stayed behind in terms of the tricks. He was one of the more famous guys in the group, but he was like the least talented. But he was
capable of
to the people.
skating, and started making these VHS tapes on him doing things on curbs and bus stops and shit.
Yeah.
And everyone went outside and started this street scene. Rodney's pretty eloquent on all of that. He wasn't at Bones Brigade, and that was what motivated me to seek him out and was the basis for our friendship.
Hey, I think you nailed it. You watch someone do a backflip on a motorcycle, you're like, wow, that's crazy. By the time you see someone do 3, you're like, that's stupid. I hope my kids never get interested in that.
Sebi, did you look at that? I'm embarrassed I can't remember his name now because I have such respect for him. But no one from the Philippines had ever won a gold medal, and this kid got 3.
Oh, yes, the gymnast. Yes.
Yeah. That floor exercise routine just blows my mind. Throw that up if you want.
Yeah.
Gold medal floor X.
Hey, I want everyone to be clear. I don't see it that way. I like the evolution it's taken, but now you have before it's completely inaccessible now, is what I'm saying. And so you're not bringing people in. Like before, if you saw Camille, people would be like, "Oh, I could get as fit as her. I could do that." And now it's just gotten too far. The bodies don't even look recognizable. They're starting to take on shapes that are, I don't know. Oh, is his name Carlos Yulo?
Yes. Pull up his gold medal floor X routine.
Was that in Paris?
Yeah. What a good kid, too.
Oh, I thought she said autistic gymnast, but she said artistic gymnast.
Had reached the individual apparatus finals. Here, the top 8 qualifiers contested the men's floor final routine.
Wow.
And check out his vault.
We peaked CrossFit. We peaked with 7s into 10s. Oh, the Filipino guy's vault. Let me see if I can find it. See if I can find it. Isn't it sad that they're gonna ding me for this? I mean, it won't be. It's not bad, but
really,
they're like, you used more than 7 seconds. Carlos Yulo vault. I mean, it's not bad. I just have to erase it when the show's over. Only the people who are live will get to see it. Let's see if I can. Is that hard?
Yeah.
Do you know what the highest it goes? Is the highest 6?
No, I quit paying attention when they changed the system.
Imagine that. So if you land and you move a little bit, you get dinged.
Yeah.
Why is
One
that?
of his vaults, it sticks perfectly. It might have been a 10. I don't know. It was perfect. But hey, the kids are doing things today that we knew were impossible when I was a kid.
And yet they're doing them.
Told you no one's ever going to do that. You know?
Yeah, that's crazy. Does Greg thinks these guys are circus clowns? The gymnasts? Someone wrote, no, Nick, Greg was one of these dudes. He can still think they're circus clowns. Hey, my kids train hard. Easy day is 2 hours of training. Normal days, 5 hours of training. They've been doing gymnastics now 2 days a week for about 6 weeks. I've never seen a greater shift in body composition. I cannot even fucking believe what's happened. It is absolutely nuts. And they're obsessed with it. Everyone just comes home and wants to be on the trampoline or in the jiu-jitsu room doing stuff or showing off hollow rocks. Everything has changed in my house in the last 6 weeks from gymnastics. Everything. Yeah. They used to say Avi had tight shoulders and would never like blah, blah, blah. Now he's got a back handspring. It's not, everything has changed. His wrist flexion, all their jiu-jitsu is skyrocketed. Their confidence, everyone's looking more V. It's nuts. Hey, but here's the thing. My kids have done jiu-jitsu gymnastics lots of time. It's just that they finally found a good teacher. There's no gold. It's just 90 minutes of work. You know what I mean? It's 20 minutes of warming up, hollow rocks and pull-ups and pullovers and shit. And then 70 minutes of hard work, vaulting and shit like that. High bar, low bar, parallel bars.
Can you get on parallel bars or pommel horse or rings yet?
No pommel horse, but yeah, the last 15 minutes of every class is they spend time on the parallel bars and rings. Yeah, it's cool. Not even,
but the men's parallel bars.
Yeah, the men's parallel bars. Yeah, it's cool. Nothing trick yet. Not the backflips and forward flips and back handsprings. That's all the cool shit they're doing. But the time they're spending on the bars is just getting comfortable with them, being upside down, learning how to get on top of them.
Takes a while.
Yeah, muscle ups. Yeah, that kind of shit. They were doing there's this move called something like a baby high bar or something. It's basically like a muscle up, but on a bar. You jump onto the bar and you swing and then you come out far and then you end up on top of it. Do you know what that thing's called?
Kip.
Yeah, it's kind of like they have some gymnastics term for it. But they've been doing that. It's not, you don't pick the best line for it. It looks like it's more for aesthetic. You don't stay close to the bar when you come up.
No, you can do it locked arm.
Yeah.
It's a kip.
That's the kip. Okay.
Yeah.
So they've been doing a lot of those. Pat Lang, my 11-year-old started doing basic CrossFit workouts 2 weeks ago. He's already looking better and feeling better. Fitness is everything in the world. Yep.
Super cool, Pat.
What do you think about this? Sevon, they need team sports so they develop those life skills. That's a big thing people say to me about team sports. My kids don't do any team sports. My kids did teach their first jiu-jitsu class yesterday, which was
I'm gonna get some more water. I'll be right there.
Yeah, please. Pat, I didn't realize you had such young kids. I thought all your kids were old. I didn't realize you had no team sports before puberty. Oh, really? What's the Graciano? Tell me the mostly a waste of time. Oh, interesting. I could see that. Ken Walters, I remember in the late 1970s, every one of us youth baseball players, after seeing Ozzie Smith backflip, thought we could do it.
So what's the life skill you get out of a team sport that you wouldn't get out of an individual sport? Is that sacrificing for the team?
I don't know, but I like this. This Graciano says no team sports before puberty. It's a waste of time. I think that there is a significant chance to build leadership skills, but also how to follow a leader, how to be a good team player.
Is that a common product of say, Little League or Pop Warner?
I have no idea.
Yeah, if so, it's something I've missed.
But I do believe that great quarterbacks are great leaders. You know what I mean? You got to get the team to believe in you and trust you.
I think that's.
You think that's bullshit?
No, I think it's. I think it's the nature of that sport in that position. But I think you could be a leader in a basketball team at any position. Point forward, guard,
right.
Be the anchor guy.
Right.
And in football, I don't see it. For me, the outstanding thing in baseball, football, and basketball is the lost opportunities to learn essential life lessons. And I've written on that. I wrote an article in the Sentinel on that in 95 or something, 94. That I call this transference effect, that the athletic field is the best place to receive and to deliver early life lessons for success. And for me, some of that might be related to team and obligation to others and working as a team. But I see it more basic than that, more fundamental than that. Not quitting, overcoming adversity, the whole stick-to-itiveness and grit and determination. And CrossFit and gymnastics are both ideal for that. And I'm not sure how that would be amplified in any way in a team setting.
Just from my personal experience, I think that outside on the most fundamental level, I think the reason why you were such a great leader is because you were in control and people trusted you. And so I'm not saying that that's why you were successful, but I'm saying that was the entry point. Like anyone who met you's like subconsciously, they knew that Greg knew what he was talking about. He was in control and you could trust him. Like your belief in yourself was so high. And so, and then, and this is, I'm going to tie this back to the team sport thing. And then as I learned through the years, everyone gets to choose who their leader is, right? Like you get to choose who you want so that's a skill too, to be able to be like, hey, I know how to choose a good leader. And so that's the only, I mean, I never played a team sport, so I don't know, but I would assume that that's some sort of skill you could cultivate being on a team, learning how to pick the right leader. But then also if you wanted to be a leader, be like, hey, you have to be in control of yourself and you have to get people to trust you. But I don't know if sport's the place to do that. But does that sound reasonable to you?
Yeah, I had a weird experience in that gymnastics is considered a team sport. Maybe not by all the gymnasts on the team.
Right.
Not pointing anyone out in particular, but I felt we were all that way. I don't know if a gymnast that wouldn't have preferred a high score and a team loss over a you sucked in the team won. And maybe that's a defect of gymnastics. I don't know.
I asked the kids' jiu-jitsu instructor, hey, do you think of jiu-jitsu as a team, or do you think my kids should do team sports? It would make them be better at jiu-jitsu. And he goes, jiu-jitsu is a team sport. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, you have to use your teammates in order to get better. I was like, all right, maybe I could buy that. Greg, have you seen the New Zealand women's sevens team? What's that? What's a sevens team? Is that a football team? They're so
It's a
talented
rugby
and
team,
barely
right?
recognized. They have a winning streak all. Are you kidding me? Do you understand this question at all?
No, is this sevens? Is that a jiu-jitsu? Is that a rugby thing?
It must be. It must be. Listen, buddy, this dude definitely lives on the island and think we all live on the island with him, right? No one knows what sevens is. Oh, rugby. There you go.
You're gonna hear from it now.
Rugby, right? Track is considered team, but offers healthy competition among peers. I don't know. When I think of team, I think I think what people are saying is everyone's on the field at the same time, right? There's one ball and you move together as a single unit.
Yeah, rugby sevens is a faster-paced version of rugby union played with 7 players per side on a full-size pitch. Matches are 14 minutes long, with 2 7-minute halves. Originated in Scotland in 1880.
Sorry, I didn't realize it's our country's major game. Yeah, I'm just busting on you. Have you? I don't know if you've seen. They got this. They have slap fighting, right? You've seen that.
Yeah.
Well, now they got this other new weird, bizarre sport, and it's rugby inspired, and it's a guy stands on a narrow track that's like 60 feet long, and he's on one end, and there's another guy on the other end, and they just run full speed at each other. And it's like and they have no pads or anything, and one guy's holding a rugby ball.
Which guy?
Just what? I don't know. I think you take turns. I don't even know how you judge the winner. Oh, it's the Collision League. Is that what it's called? It is. It's insane. It's insane. Whoever's filming it. Yeah, it's not going to end well.
Damn.
It was designed for the Olympics so smaller countries could field skilled teams.
What was? The collision thing?
No. I'm assuming that too. I haven't seen women do that. I'm assuming the sevens league. Don't they do that in the United States too? Like high school, like if you live like in the middle of Wyoming, the high school football team they'll make smaller teams. They'll have like a sevens team or something. So are you done for the day? What do you do there? 5 o'clock, 5:30? What do you do now?
We're gonna go out again for dinner. I think we're gonna try and get some bouillabaisse.
What's that?
It's a seafood stew, traditional kind of French dish.
Oh, you're scaring me.
It's good.
It is?
Tomato base, often whitefish, scallops, mussels, clams.
What about you eating any snails yet? Don't they do snails in France?
Yeah, they do. I have not done that.
Escargot.
Yeah.
All right. Great show. Thank you.
Hey, you're the best, man. What's the weather like there?
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Beach days. Fog. It's fog. As I look outside, it's foggy now, but it'll be. It's waiting for you.
One more thing here. There's a new.
Yeah, please.
There's a new tarmac. It's a 13-pound specialized bike.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
An anniversary edition one, or some commemorative thing. And
who makes that specialized?
Yeah. Check this out.
Oh my God, their website's crazy. Is it this gold one?
Yeah. I just sent it to you.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, I think this is the Remco's golden season. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
SL8TD. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a crazy bike.
Isn't that beautiful? 13 pounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that the lightest bike that they've ever made like that?
Yeah, I think it perhaps is. I hadn't read that, but I knew it was before, and so I'm sure they didn't make it heavier. But I know it's too light for competition. The picture I sent you has a better color, I think. Shows the gold better.
Let me see if I can. Wow, bikes have come so far. Yeah, that's nuts.
Look at the picture. I like the color better.
It only comes. Okay, I'll pull it up. It only comes in one size.
Oh, that must be what they left. No, they didn't make the little ones, it looks like.
Yeah, that's nice. I even like the grip tape, the handlebar.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So how's the weather there, Sebi?
Everything's perfect here in Santa Cruz. We're so lucky. When I think about all the fucked up shit happening all over the planet and I just read about it, I'm like, how can that be and this be here? It's nuts.
I'm going to send you the latest progress report on the house. It feels like when we leave town, everything starts picking up the pace.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about your house this morning. I actually want to. I'm probably gonna call. I want to go up and see your house in Larkin Valley too. Everything is exploding here. I don't know what's happening in France, but like every day, my yard looks different. Stuff is growing so fast, it's out of control.
You had a very wet season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to get out there again.
I'm spending 2 hours in the yard every single day. What are you? Are you at you're not even at the halfway point of your trip, are you?
No, but thanks.
Sorry. All right. Love you.
All right, love you, man.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Glassman. I wanted to ask Pound Matt Torres today a little bit, but I don't know if I'm in the mood. It sucks how good his body is. What a waste, Maddie. What a waste. I guess Souza addressed his post yesterday too. The thing with the CrossFit athletes is, and I'm just being a broken horse. I'm being a broken record here, beating a dead horse. I guess which leads to a broken horse. And in all sport, this isn't a dig at the CrossFit Games athlete. It's just that you're on the fringe of your relativity of your relevance to the world. Like you're just a dance monkey dance. You're no different than me. You're just dance monkey dance. You have to realize that. Dance monkey dance. That's all you are. You bring nothing to the table. Now, of course, some of you parlay that into bringing good stuff to this table, whether you mean to or not. Like Ariel Lowen, for instance. I'm sure there's a lot of women out there who've seen Ariel and been like, holy shit, this chick did it. She has a kid. She's still pursuing her dream. She has a loving husband. Like you can be a good example and parlay the number of eyeballs on you to have relevance in the world. But really, like you're so irrelevant. Like it matters nothing what you do, direct impact, as opposed to, let's say, someone who owns a gym. Like if you're actually an affiliate owner, like your relevance to and your effect on the world for better is hugely more important. Or the little slave kids in China that are build my iPhone, way more relevance. You have to see that. Like watching CrossFit as a sport and doing it as a sport is just like you're way out there in terms of indulgence. If we had to cut stuff from the relevance to life, we would cut that off. So that's important to remember just in the context of things. But what's cool about the CrossFit Games athletes, there's two cool things, is you get the cover, and I know I'm couching this in kind of a negative way, but you get the cover of these 10,000 gyms that cure the world's most vexing problem. So although you may just be the garnish on this plate of health and greatness, you're still there and you're appreciated. And you're sustained and you're given cover by this group that actually has relevance and offers profundity to the world in terms of emotion, intellect, health, all that shit. And so those are and then of course the trademark title, you get to be legitimately called the compete and be called the fittest person in the world. So that's CrossFit. When you take these athletes that are in this ecosystem, when they're on the garnish on a plate of steak that is CrossFit, steak and mashed potatoes or steak and broccoli, and they're the garnish, which is great. I love them. And you move them over to the big W, now you just have dance, monkey, dance. You have nothing. Now all you have is dance, monkey, dance. What's your point, Sevon? I'm getting there, buddy. I'm getting there. Chill, retard. Chill. Then all you have is dance, monkey, dance. So if you take the garnish off the plate that is CrossFit, all you have is dance, monkey, dance. And so you have to remember that these are all things that no one's thinking about. That's why probably no one knows where the big W is going to happen this weekend, where it's going to be promoted, who's going, what the workouts are. No one gives a fuck because no one just wants to eat parsley. So that's the situation. That's the situation, like, of what a CrossFit Games athlete is, or a podcaster is. That's that situation. So that's important to remember that. Like, if you're an athlete, just remember that. Like what Colton Mertens does in his day life is way cooler than what he does as a CrossFit Games athlete. Yeah, this shit sucks. Look at this fucker. Look at this. Are you kidding me? I thought someday my body would look like that. I was so wrong. Look at that, his lats. Jesus criminy. Everything he does is a piece of fuck me. It's fucking ridiculous. I'd never seen it with his shirt off. This is the first video I ever saw Matt Torres with his shirt off.
3 sets down.
Jesus. Look at him, guys. I mean, gals.
First 2, way too quick. I'm just feeling pretty fucking good right now. But I know
You're looking pretty fucking good. Look at you, your nipples and shit.
it's going to hurt if I keep that shit up. So 3rd set, got my face down. We're going to flip this thing around. Opposite.
Hey, he got a little Aaron Rodgers to him, isn't he? Yeah, Torres is hot. I know, it's crazy. Damn, is he single now? Dude, you probably have to get on a fucking calendar to get on that dick. It's probably like, it's.
Direction. Last 2 sets. One more round. Kind of lulled myself to sleep.
Jesus, just shut the fuck up. No one's even listening to you.
Just finished that run. Gonna go.
Oh my God. You think the first day, Danielle walked into the gym at Brute and saw him with his shirt off, she was just like, oh, fuck him. I'm going to get him. He's all right. Shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? Anyway, this fucking ding dong. Someone told me that I can't really judge him on this, that this is just performative art. That, like, he doesn't really mean any of this. Good. I hope he snatches 135. I hope whatever he's doing is, like, accessible. I hope he DMs me after this and he's like, hey, dude, if you want to look like me, all you have to do is this. And he sends me 5 workouts and a meal plan. I'm like, thank you. That's it. Just do these 5 workouts once a week and eat this shit. Good. I like Matt, but that's an incredibly stupid post to make. I like Matt too, but here's the thing. Maybe it's not stupid if it's like performative art. Maybe he's just fucking, I mean, you have to understand he works in a home for disabled adults and we don't. So maybe it's just performative art. Maybe it truly is just to manipulate his herd instead of like worry about his popularity or saying what's true. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't know who he's messaging to. But let's get into it. An open letter, and by the way, here's how you know he's cool. It's so funny. I someone asked me, I read this and I posted something. What did I post? I can't wait to ass pound you on tomorrow's show. And someone asked me, they go, hey, will he know how to take that? I'm like, of course he'll know how to take that. And look what he writes. I've never been excited. No, wait. Here it is. I'll send the lube. Yeah, like, of course, game recognized game. Of course, like, someone's like, aren't you afraid he's going to be upset? I'm like, no, if he's upset, he's a fucking idiot. He's not a fucking idiot. He's a dude. He's like a regular dude, like the rest. Like, us dudes don't get offended. Oh my goodness, Miss Medeiros, I hope you're not in the chat. Justin almost caught some strays. Yeah, dudes don't get offended. Like, it's very hard. Like, you slip, like, yeah. No lube, just spit. I hate how good his body is. And listen. He's the greatest CrossFit coach of all time outside of Ben Bergeron. It goes Ben Bergeron and then Matt Torres. Those are the two. I now identify as lube. Scored a big dollop of that shit on Torres's butthole. Yeah, Matt Torres. I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? That's why you have to wonder, like, if he's just playing his athletes with this, because this is some crazy codependent shit. You know what I mean? This is some crazy codependent shit. Shane Orr. Yeah, Shane's good. Shane's good. You're right. Maybe I'd throw Shane in there too. Ben Bergeron, Matt Torres, then Shane Orr. 3 best CrossFit Games coaches of all time. Maybe isn't there a guy like Carl Powley, or isn't there a guy Jim Maisley? Who's the guy? Wasn't there some guy that a no-name guy, redheaded guy, always happy, who went from Ben to HWPO? I forget who that is. He gives me bye vibes. Torres? Oh yeah, for sure. All right. Oh, Powley. Yeah, Powley. Harry Powley. Yeah, he can throw him. I mean, there's a whole pantheon of guys. But Torres, dude. Torres. Putting the meatsicle to Danielle while coaching Fee Dallin, Emma Carey, Nate Ackerman. There was one more. Fee, Emma, James Sprague, the champ. I mean, come on, dude. Torres is a stud. Works with Coach L. I love me some Coach L too. The whole squad. But here's the thing. Here's how you know he's bi. Here's the weird shit. It's like who rebrand, like the fact that they're worried about their branding. That shit really concerns me when people do that. Like training Think Tank has a brand, Think Tank, and Brute has a brand, and like, I don't know, maybe I'm just old. Worrying about your brand and shit like that just faggotry to me. So I don't think Max El-Haj is bi, but definitely Torres is bi. Torres isn't bi, but some guys are freaked out if a threesome is 2 guys and 1 girl. Torres isn't freaked out by that. I guess that's what I mean. He's cool. I'm not freaked out by that either. All right, here we go. An open letter to the CrossFit athletes who competed in the online affiliate semifinal. This past weekend, you put it all on the line. Your hopes, your dreams, months of relentless work, all condensed into 5 challenging workouts. You know why that resonates with me, Matt, is I do that every morning when I come on the show. I put it all on the line every single fucking morning. You know why else that resonates with me, Torres? Because I see Taylor do that every fucking Saturday on Kill Taylor. So I fully get it. And what's even crazier about these people putting it all on the line is they don't have a lot of practice doing it. Like, at least I get practice every single day. So I have a thick skin. I have a thick, like a chainsaw couldn't cut through my foreskin. But I totally, that resonates with me. I'm with you so far. Every morning is my hopes and my dreams. I'm trying to make sure that this show stays afloat and is entertaining and makes money so I can feed my kids. Dance, monkey, dance. Yeah. Torres, I would do it. I would, it might not anymore, but in my younger days, I would have done a threesome with you on OnlyFans. Nah, not now though. Now I'm a man of, I would do whatever God wanted me to do. And when it was over, the question started creeping in. Was it enough? Should I have trained differently? Did I execute the right strategy? Am I good enough? I relate to all that too. I reflect on every show for the next like half hour after I get off the air. I'm with you. It's a lot putting yourself on the line. It's fun though. It's high. You get high from it. It's cool. It's exciting. You're proud of yourself. CrossFit. Torres has certainly been nude in the same room as a hard wrench. Then just when you thought the hardest part was done, now comes the public scrutiny. So here's where it becomes manipulative. Here's where you have to wonder, does he have flawed thinking and he wants to be a codependent, or is he just playing to his audience now? You have to wonder. Those of us who are parents, we know all the kids whose parents treat them like this, and they're shitty kids. What he's doing here is the way he just words that, public scrutiny. Now comes the public scrutiny. How about the public appreciation? How about the accolades from the public? Listen, the only reason why any of them are doing this, the only reason is because of the public scrutiny. And so you can't even use that word scrutiny. Should we look up that word scrutiny? New tab, scrutiny. Scrutiny. Dude, I would never do a podcast if it wasn't for public scrutiny. Never. You think I'd just be sitting in here talking to myself? Critical observation and examination. Yes. Okay. Public scrutiny. Yes. Matt, what you're trying to say is the public scrutiny that they demand. Now, here comes the part you've been begging for. And if they don't know that they're begging for it, then they're retarded. That's what you're begging for, dude. That's what you're begging for. So they get what they want. So now it's awesome. You did the workout, you finished it, and you're getting the public attention you wanted. Okay. But you're twisting it a little bit here, Maddie, I think. I think you're setting the stage for them to feel like victims. The noise from those who don't understand. That's horseshit. If you're talking about me, I completely understand. I have my own way. Maybe I understand wrong, but I completely understand. And I promise you, Hiller understands, and Taylor understands, and Pedro understands, and Spin and John Young understand. I guarantee these people who I guarantee you that Sousa understands, people who also put it on the line every week. The fans that became critics also cheer when you win and swiftly turn on you for a cheap laugh or a moment of attention. What do you mean? What do you mean? Turn on you? So you're saying that they're only allowed to say good stuff? You're saying that there's some form of attention that's not good attention? Dude, that shows a seriously lack of wisdom on your part. A caller high. I'll explain that in a second. Caller high. Hello?
Yes.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
I was about to drop some wisdom.
Yeah.
I was about to drop some wisdom bombs.
I got a little wisdom.
Okay, tell me.
I was swimming, and I was working at a deli, and I heard about Dr. Sebi. So you got the walnuts, pistachio, Brazil, and hemp seeds, and I was swimming really good with that. And then I changed to chicken and I got cramps.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's this acid in the muscles that stops you from lifting. So there's this one guy, his name is T-Walk, the Hulk Fitness.
Yeah.
and he's on the diet, the Dr. Sebi diet,
Dr. Sebi, Sebby,
Sebi.
Sebi. Okay. Hey,
They
go ahead.
they killed him
For giving
in jail.
nutritional advice. They didn't like his nutritional advice, so they killed him.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question that's way off topic.
Okay.
We were just talking about threesomes. And I don't think a lot of people know how to navigate threesomes emotionally. Do you have any advice on that?
No.
All right.
Never had a threesome.
All right. I'm going to look up Dr. Sebi. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Keep up the swimming.
Yeah.
Keep moving. Love you, buddy. Bye. All right. No emotion. No advice on. Okay. The noise from those who don't understand the fans, that they become the critics also. Yeah, this is just now we're in Kamala word salad land. This is the performative art. The noise from those who don't understand. So he calls it noise. We know it's not noise. We know that's just highly manipulative on Matt's part. Like, listen, Mr. Coach Matt, we know that they're doing it for attention, for accolades, for sponsorships, for money. There's no judgment there. It's cool. It's the same reason I do the podcast, blah, 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 blah. But don't call it noise. That's manipulative. From those who don't understand, but irrelevant whether they do understand or don't understand. Like, Matt, no one understands anybody. This is just pulling at the playing the victim heartstrings. You understand that, right? They don't understand. Of course they don't understand. You don't understand either, Matt, what it's like to be a fan. You don't understand, why can't you just be happy that they're engaged with you? The noise from those who don't understand, the fans that become critics but also jeer when you win and swiftly turn on you for a cheap laugh or a moment of attention. Matt, what you want to do is you want to teach your athletes not that there's good attention and bad attention. You want to give them the wisdom to see that it's just attention. It's just attention. You want to give them the skills to be alchemists and transform any energy into positive energy. But instead you're being a codependent to them being a victim. You're trying to relate to them. You're trying to validate their insecurities as being real, when I believe that you should help people transcend that stuff. You should. It doesn't matter. Yes or no doesn't matter. Calling you an asshole or saying I love you doesn't matter. It's just attention. And you're basically you're making them weak, because you're making it so that the athletes, if they're not getting the right kind of attention, that they should feel sorry for themselves. And you're trying to empathize with that. And I think that that's a huge mistake. I think you're, but like my friend told me, you're doing it on purpose so that they'll relate to you and you'll have more control over them. And if that's what you're doing, that's brilliant. Good on you. But if not, you only have two of the three things that are important in life. You have a fucking absolutely insane body, and you're a great coach, but you lack wisdom, and I am here for it. CrossFit tried to create a system of public judging. They didn't try. They did. They did not try. And that's supposed to be helpful. Another presupposition. Of course it's helpful. You're projecting onto it that it's not helpful. But instead, it's become a playground for people behind keyboards and mics. What do you mean behind? What do you mean behind? Like, you don't think I'm putting it on the line right now? Come on, Maddie. Come on, Maddie. You're better than that. I bet you that's a line that you use. That is that's the crazy manipulative world, homeboy, you live in. Listen, your body's too good. You're too good of a coach. You don't have to manipulate. You can lead with trust and honesty. But instead, it's become a playground for people behind keyboards and mics. Dude, do you know if I had your body, I would. I do want to give you a huge tip of the hat, because with great power comes great responsibility. And I assume there would be way more crazy stories. Like, if I had your body, there'd be crazy stories about me. But instead, it's become a playground for, like, true stories. But instead, it's become a playground for people behind keyboards and mics. Is stupid. Those people, you mean the people that pay your fucking bills and spread your fucking love for frog grips? You jackass. But instead it became a playground for people behind keyboards and mics. Those people are quick to criticize with zero accountability. We have 10x the accountability that they do, Matthew, Mr. Coach Matt. We have 10x the accountability that they do. What do you mean? You don't think we have accountability for what we say? Let me tell you something, Matt, and you know this and I know this, and this is probably going to piss off the audience. But the backstabbing that goes on between the coaches and the athletes is 1,000, and I know you know this, Matt, is 1,000 times gnarlier than anything that the media does. Because what we do is transparent, and you know, so you can flow with it and surf it. Look at your boy Dallin Pepper, stud, greatest surfer of all time, media surfer of all time. He surfs all that shit. Just like any athlete that wants to know how to surf the media, good and bad, just every time Dallin comments, take a screenshot of it and start building your own book of how to surf media. He's the alchemist of transforming everything into positivity. I don't know how it is behind the scenes. I don't know if he's struggling, but on the front, he got me fooled. This motherfucker, the shit don't stick to him. And so you know as well as I do that the real accountability it's funny that you're talking about accountability. The only accountability that anyone needs to worry about that you should be talking about is the accountability the athletes have to take for themselves. Don't worry about us. Don't worry about us in the slightest, unless you want to be a pro surfer like Dallin Pepper. He surfs that shit good. And not far behind is his homeboy James Sprague. Rich been surfing some big waves. But listen, you can't have some fucking nobody like Will Plummer call to this show and find out that Danielle Brandon's video calling him. This is some crazy shit. I don't know. Maybe it's shit. What do I know? Maybe it's working for her. Anyway, it seems like what you're doing so far up to this point is you're saying, athletes, I feel so sorry for you. It must hurt so bad that Andrew said that your tits didn't touch the ground on the burpees. And if that's the case, dude, that's you're just asking, you're validating their delusion. And you shouldn't do that as a coach. And don't forget, Matt, what you and I know that no one else knows, that the athletes and coaches are absolutely savage in the backbiting that's going on behind the scenes. So you and I know that. And so it's nothing compared to what the media is doing. That's what I'd like to see you post on. Why don't you post on the backbiting? It's gnarly. You know what I'm talking about, right, Matt? You know, it's crazy. That's what makes this kind of weird, because both me and you know that too. That's what makes this over the top. But anyway, let's go on. You and your fucking great body at Torres. But here's the truth. You guys get so effortlessly judged, lie, and you keep showing up. You think this is effortless, what I'm doing, judging you? I don't want to be doing this. Do you know what? I'm just doing this to make money because I got 340 people listening right now. Whoop-de-doo. But that's why I'm doing it. I want to go inside. There's fighting going on right now in my main room. Like crazy fighting that you guys would, it's so much cooler than this. Like fighting to make you fucking nail bite. But here's the truth. You guys get so effortlessly judged and you keep showing up, lie. You're taking the mental and emotional beating and you still walk back into work to get better. So now there it is again. You're saying that something's happening to the athletes. You're absolving them of all accountability and personal responsibility. Let me tell you this. Why don't they just put their phones down? If they put their phones down, all the mental and emotional beating would go away. Gone. Why don't they learn how to view it without seeing it as emotional and mental beating? None of it's real. You're validating something that's not real, that's just bullshit, that's in their head as real. Why are you doing that to them? Don't do that to them. Set them free from it, buddy. You're their leader. You don't get to hide behind a screen or a microphone. You stand in the fire exposed and real. Let me tell you something. You think Let me tell you something. I can do what they do. I can't do it at the level they do it, but I can do what they do. I can set up a camera in my gym every day and show you myself working out and let the world laugh at me. They cannot do what I do. So don't tell me this bullshit you don't get to hide behind a screen or a microphone. No one's hiding, dude. You got to stop saying that shit. That's just fucking manipulative bullshit. You stand in this fire exposed and real. Show me a real athlete. You show me one. Let me bring some motherfucker on here and shine the light on him. Let me see which one's real. I'm ready. I had you on the show. You ain't real. You're cool. But you're fucking bobbing and weaving and hiding in the shadows and like you ain't transparent. Here's what I know. You don't know those voices a second of your energy. Thank God. You're right. They don't. There we go, Maddie. Lean on the people who are truly in your corner, the ones who've seen the tears after the toughest days, the ones who've pushed you to get back up when you wanted to quit, the ones who tell you the hard truth because they believe in you. You're not telling them the hard truth. Hiller's telling them the hard truth. You're giving some of them the hard wrench, but you ain't giving them the hard truth. This sport isn't just about who is the fittest. It's about showing up when it's hard, when it hurts, and when things don't go your way. You accomplished a lot this weekend. Hold your head high. The work continues. Listen, anyone who is being coached by Matt Torres, you are so fucking fortunate. The guy has clearly cracked the code. Dallin Pepper, Jason Hopper. I think Jason's there. Sprague James. Fee Sagafi. He even works with mentally retarded people and girls. He has Coach L. Danielle Brandon. I think she's a brute. Although I think that like for some branding reasons they don't say she's brute or I don't. So if you're with Torres and he's giving you the coaching you need, right? Then you may want to find just as a small tweak a mental coach because this ain't it. This ain't it. Hey, Torres, I think it would have been more effective, maybe not to brand, but maybe it would have been more effective if you just would have made a post, fuck you, Hiller. Like, then everyone would have been like, damn. You know what I mean? Then you'd have got some respect. But this thing where you're personally validating their inability to put their phone down and see someone commenting on their movements when the whole premise of them working out is based on the fact of getting attention and making a living doing it. It's like, dude, you got that shit twisted. And then don't forget, Matt, I know me and you know this. Damn, I'm looking good now that I'm off the nicotine. By the way, I don't wear my glasses when I'm outside in the world anymore. I don't know what happened. I only wear them in here. I stopped wearing them in the world. The backbiting that goes on between you guys, you just worry about your house, dude. You know what I mean, Torres? Like me and you can meet, like, you know, behind Fuddruckers once in a while, and I could stare at your body, how hot your body is, and we can talk about where our two worlds collide. But I'll worry about the media guys, and you worried about the fucking backbiting and crazy shit in the athlete coach world, because that shit's crazy. You know what you guys remind me of? You guys remind me of BLM. It's like 96% of all black people are killed by other black people, but you're worried about cops killing black people when it's like, you know, 4 a year or whatever it is. Oh, Ty Jenkins, he coaches Ty too? Love Ty Jenkins. He's a stud. All right. That's it. Sevon, do you like Torres? Oh my God, I love him. Do you like Torres' responses to comments? His comment on Taylor's post? I didn't see it. I actually read like just a couple of Torres' responses, and he's a fucking class act. Yes, he's very unique. He's a trip. He's a trip. He's cool as shit, man. Like, he's the kind of kid, like, if you're actually, you know what I was actually thinking about him the other day? I was thinking, like, holy fuck, in another reality, this guy could be just filthy rich doing whatever he wants, but he kind of fell into the CrossFit vortex. You know what I mean? Like, he could be an agent or a model or a coach to an NFL team, or yeah, he's cool as shit. He's cool as shit. I love him. That was a soft ass pounding. Put it in a pouch and grab the sunglasses and try again. Well, what are you gonna do? It's like Danielle. Like no matter what, I just fucking love her. What am I gonna do? I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker. I like, you know. Am I gonna? All right, that's it. Yeah, Matt Torres is like, I'm looking at this picture. I'm like, yeah, he's a trip. I should do a whole analysis on him one time. He, I don't know. Some of you aren't going to remember this, but there was, I think it was Sesame Street. There was a guy who wore a trench coat and a hat, and he painted numbers on shit. And then people would like lean into the number, and they'd walk away, and the number would be on their back. You guys remember that guy? It was like a silent movie. They played it every Sesame Street, or Electric Company played it. I can't remember. But he had like a trench coat on, almost like you thought he was naked underneath, and then he had a top hat. He looked like Inspector Gadget even. And Matt Torres reminds me of him. I don't know why. He's like Groucho Marx and Tom Cruise had a baby. You know what I mean? Like, there's something, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I hope he has an eating disorder or something in his life is hard, because he seems too cool to be true. Sevan and Torres philosophical discussion over a few drinks must watch. No, he would drive me crazy. He's too reserved. He holds something back. He would drive me crazy. Him and Facundo would be an interesting conversation. You know what I mean? That would be more my. I would like to facilitate that and no one talk to me. I don't want anyone asking me a question. Oh, 18 out of 10. Perfect. Love it. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you later.